And we are live. Good to see you guys. Happy Flaterday, wiggly flat thumbs. We are in business. This is going to be literally spectacular. It's going to be spectacular. Let me just check my comms in order. Are you all feeling? Ooh. Fucking average. Excuse my language. So there I am. Thank you for waiting, guys. Thank you for being here. This is what we're doing tonight. This is going to be fab. It's going to mess your Brian up a little, but it'll be okay. We'll balance it out. But what we're going to look at today is going to be a selection or a collection of early maps that have just messed my head up. I put them into a sequence and I really just can't make head or tail out of them. In fact, at this point in time, all of these land masses that have been suggested that have moved through mandala effect, I'm thinking more in line of they actually moved. No, really. I'm going to make some bold statements in this, but I'm going to offer some evidence to support what I'm saying. Trying to come up with some sort of calculation at the end is difficult. I just can't work out what's happening. Now, even in the official narrative, they say that land masses, move over eons of time through plate tectonics, etc. I don't go with that for 1 second because I don't go with eons of time. I don't think there's been eons of time in this place like that. But considering these maps are only at most 500-year-old, things have moved in 500 years. Is it possible that things move literally that quickly? Is it possible that, like mortal engines but ramped up, islands move? Well, what if they're just barnacled covered vessels anchored? What if that's where the Phoenicians actually showed from? What if that's what's happened with Atlantis? I've got 2 books here, guys. Phantom Atlas and the Golden Atlas. This is 2 fucking books full of anomalous landmasses and islands that have just appeared, like Davis Island in the South Atlantic, just, for instance, and reappear. And what if, that was the case and it didn't sink Atlantis? Maybe it just sailed the fuck away. And that's where the sea peoples, the Phoenicians, came from. We'll talk about the Phoenicians in this post. There's going to be a lot in this post. It's going to be really good. Okay, so make sure to share this out. This is going to be juicy, juicy post. Okay, really excited and looking forward to doing this one. So, change of plan. I know I said I was going to go to a family do, but that never happened. So, you're stuck with me for the next couple of hours, but I'll make it entertaining, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So, where the fuck is Zipangri or Zipangri? Zipangri is the old word for Japan. Note that Japan has the word pan in it, P-A-N, as does Zipangri, P-A-N, pan, as in the god Pan. Interesting, considering the type of people that occupy that island. A little bit Bacchusite, aren't they? I dug up some of my sources for photographs to get really rare ones. I go through the New York Public Library, the Bodleian Library, the Vatican Archive. I've got like 18,000 releases on there, and I'm going to put them on, try to get them like I did before, put on my website. That is under development at the moment. Stereographs, but they show some stuff I've never seen before, pretty gnarly. I wonder why. And Boar, you don't see too much of that, but these stereographics show a really bad event happening in late 1800s in Jamaica. The place is just completely ruined, but a lot of Tartarian architecture. Cuba and Costa Rica, Caribbean islands, that'll be later on, guys. Okay, we're going to look into Italian catacombs. The reason I'm going to show you these pictures is because I think it's really good evidence that Piranesi art, what Piranesi was seeing, he was really seeing, and I will show you that later on. I think it's evidence that Piranesi was really seeing that reset stuff. We're going to talk a little bit about volcanoes. We're going to talk about flight paths. Considering the flight path I took to America just recently makes no sense whatsoever on the maps that they give you, but it makes perfect sense on a flat Earth map, which we're going to be looking at later. We've got images of the day. I got some books from antiquity with mind-blowing stuff. We're going to think about Jesus being a Phoenician. We're going to think about all of the trouble that have happened since this occasion, and some of that will be later. You might enjoy that, some of you, and some of you may not. It's all in the best possible taste, and it's full of love. Detroit. I got a collection of pictures from Old World Detroit. I said I was going to show them on my last post. These are fantastic guys. I've never seen anything like that city. It must have been a model. It's like the Dresden of America. It's just, you know, the interiors, the exteriors, and this place is built for giants. I'll show you later on. Just mind-blowing, all of this. Tonight, mind-blowing. So share this channel out. Let me give you a few of you little shoutages. It's my friend Nora. Hiya, Nora. Good to see you. Jeffrey. Good to see you. So I was thinking the years I've been doing Flaterdays. I have literally been knocking these out for donkey's years now. I'm going into like 9 years of something of doing Flaterdays. They weren't always called Flaterdays, but they were this format of me cranking up, hanging out with a load of you. 274 of you just shit out nowhere. I'm very grateful. I'm live on the Celtic Martinliedtke Tartarian channel. Hi, Three Fingers. Hi, Just JP. Edna. So we're going to think about volcanoes, what they could be as well. That I discussed today with my sprog. There's Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Martin is ether popping. Yeah, I am ether popping. And I keep in all of that weird negativity death cult stuff the fuck away from me, whatever cost, even if that means being completely selfish, giving everyone that I ain't doing that. I'm being selfish. I want to keep my vibration in a higher place so that I can ether pop. Because if then vampires suck on your energy in any way, it makes it difficult for you to ether pop. They subconsciously really know that they're doing this shit. They can't help it. They're agents, Agent Smithage. Yeah, they don't know they're doing it, but they do. So beware. I wouldn't trust the collective if I was you. Not from what we've witnessed in the last couple of years. They'll turn on one another like that. And they're all full of paranoia. And they're all full of fear. Fear of their brothers and sisters, for fuck's sake. Bah! Fucking stupid. Dig Saturday vibe. Yeah, get that Saturday vibe going. So my advice to you now, good advice this would be, is to chill out. Relax. Get what makes you happy. Yeah. Flaterday vibe. I got a bit of classical music going on over there at the moment, a bit of a piano concerto. None of you know about this. In D minor, okay, we're getting up to the Bach next, and then a bit of I don't know, it doesn't say. I thought it was going across the top of my screen behind me. You may see the flames behind me because I've got fire in front of me on the screen playing classical music to have my Brian. So I can. Okay, that worked. So who we got in the house? Joaquin, good to see you, my friend. And 16 Pavlov. So yeah, we're going to get stuck into the juice. If I do get any problems with Gallica, I have practiced and refreshed, so they should be okay for displaying. All of, don't be sad, Herbie, be happy. Oh, Tony, love you, Tony. We're going to get together like the witches of Eastwick. Yay! Not really. Mandy, good to see you. Spellerine, who's my mate Scott. I've been just come back from the Windy City. The Windy City is awfully pretty, but they ain't got what we got. What's that? A lack of really bad drug problems. Hi. Good to see you, Julia. Good to see you. Hippie Shakeage. Okay, Lord Tang, who's been with me for like literally donkey's years. So I really do appreciate the people that keep coming back over the years. We've shared some highs and lows, haven't we? Watched Martin doing this, that, and the other, flitting off here, there, and everywhere, all in the quest for truth and to be a better person, to improve upon myself and show others how to do it if I can. Got to lead by example. It's no use being a fuck up, you know, when you're, you know, in a, should I say, a prominent place in the truth community in YouTube land, which is a weird place. Squirrel Sniper's probably been with me since the very beginning. No, certainly, that's one of my first ever subs. Squirrel Sniper. in the house. John, who's patrolling, making sure everybody is sorted for 20, which is what we want. So a load of happy little bunnies, happy little campers. Hi Holly, good to see you. Happy flat day. Wiggly flat thumbs to infinity thrice with little silver bets. That would be nice. So yeah, I got my I'm feeling all like wintry because it's winter in Britain. But I got the fire on. I got the fire on there, so my toes are nice and warm. I got my Cucci jumper. Cucci is cozy. Cucci jumper on. I got in New Mexico, which I'm probably never going to take off until it rots on my body. I can do all my clothes. Once I find something that is comfortable, including my shoes, they stay on me till they fall the fuck off. I'm not one for clothes anyway, and all of that stuff. I just like what's comfortable. Do you know what I mean? So it is pretty cold, yeah. Who's that? Little light fairy. Keep an eye out for orbs. We were on about orbs the other day. I get orbs. They come once I get like on my flow state, the orbs come flooding in. So keep an eye. You may see them flitting around. I seen one basically I'm like live with you guys a couple of years ago, and I'm like watching it. It's going right in front of me. Everyone's seeing it, and I was watching it like in just a ball of energy, and it felt good. So these light beings are real, man. It's like this girl on YouTube, Dolly Daydream, man. I don't know what's so special about that girl, man. But once she starts talking, and they look like the orbs you get on the Wizard of Oz. Watch the Wizard of Oz earlier, only to decode that shit. They had literally holographics. It's 1936. Yeah, it's before the Second World War. They had like proper CGI, you know, when the fairy, the Wicked Witch comes in a bubble, you know, which is a bit like them energy beings as well, because they're like bubbles. Anyway, into the juice, old maps. Now this, okay, is a bit of a mess up on their head. We're going to work through it together. We're going to think about lands elsewhere. We're going to think about why maps are so messed up a few hundred years ago. And we're going to think about, now just remember that all maps are projections, just projections. They haven't got an accurate map. Okay, we haven't got an accurate map. So I'm not going to go on Mercator projections because they are not accurate, constant sizes and that. But I'm going to orientate you with some things from the present day, looking on the maps on Google. Let me just share screen so that things might make a little bit more sense with this anomaly of what the fuck is going on with Japan. You know, we've seen Island California a lot, haven't we, guys? Oh, is it California? I'm wondering these days, like now. See what you think, guys. So enjoy the show, and make sure to please share this out if you can. So there I am on the world map. Okay, now just to orientate you guys a little bit, I'm sure you're all familiar. It was interesting that when I flew to Houston, Dallas, which is down here, okay, and up here, back a couple of times this year, it literally goes from Heathrow and it flies north, and then it comes past Iceland, it comes past Greenland here, and then into Newfoundland, and then down through America to Dallas. Now, that makes no fucking sense why it will go north when Dallas is south. No, I dig that this is the narrowest part of the Atlantic, but that isn't. It's going to curve over there and that way. It makes no fucking sense. We'll look at it on a flat Earth map later. Anyway, California. Now, when we drove to California, myself and Cheryl, last month or so, we drove from Houston all the way to San Diego. And we noticed that when we got into California, there was a large desert sort of by here between Arizona and California. And we said at the time, oh, that's probably where the sea was, the Maid Island, California. Now, I've been trying to find out a separation point here for that landmass we see that is supposed to be California. And I can't get it to correspond, guys. I'm not actually sure if we are looking at California. And I'll show you what I mean. Now, something else I want to orientate you with is the location of India. Now, India is across the Arabian Sea from the Big Boot of Arabia. See, it's a prominent, sticks out in Southern Asia. We can't miss it, can we? No. Now, I'm not sure, again, Mandela effect, whatever, because I'm the type of boy, okay, when I was young, I would sit in my bedroom for hours and hours on end studying atlases, seeing about all the cool places that I will travel later on in my life, which I did, by the way. So Japan is further south than I remember. I actually thought, for some reason, that Japan was up by here somewhere, but no. Apparently, it's got two climates, Japan, right? It's got subtropical down here and a bit icy up here in Sapporo and up here. This bit, Russia. This bit down here, China. This bit, South Korea. So it's just off the coast of South Korea. See, I don't know, maybe I'm just missing something, but I can't actually remember that being the case, but there you go. It's by there. Japan is by there. And it is a long island about as long as Britain. That's like something like 1,000 miles long. There's loads of different islands. And it is oriented, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I just wanted to see where the north-south is. It's oriented, this bit facing north. And this bit is a little bit... I'm guessing a westerly direction, but this bit is definitely facing north. And then you have the massive Pacific Ocean, apart from the Southern Ocean, probably the biggest ocean you can imagine. And in the middle is the Hawaiian Islands. Now, if you are going to have a war, make sure to have in the middle of the Pacific, like a Medway Island where no one will ever see you. Okay, so dig. Okay, excuse me. Massive Pacific, Japan is over here, California is over here, and you've got the Hawaiian Islands there. Okay, we're moving on. I found this map. But first, just interestingly, Japan has a lot of volcanoes. In fact, Japan has 111 active volcanoes. And I was having a discussion today, and it came up with, well, if it is like sort of mortal engines, islands moving, which I'm going to propose and show you along the way, could volcanoes actually be like exhaust ports for the massive engines that work below? And here is Japan, the most nuked place in the world, apparently. Oh yeah, this place has been really fucked up by nuclear bombs. Then it had Fukushima, apparently a nuclear disaster. The most nuked place in the world. Okay, I was just checking my comms in order. But what you find is this is the Ring of Fire, isn't it, on the Pacific? And it's like it's the most volcanic active place on Earth for some reason. And you get all of this shitloads of volcanoes. And I don't know, maybe it does look like a little vessel, like, you know, the whole structure of the island. Anyway, we're moving on. This map I dug up in the Bodleian library. And interestingly, it's from around 1540. So it's an early map. But what is interesting about this is the Swiss released this map, which are from Basel in Switzerland, place of origin, which I find unusual because Switzerland is actually landlocked. They haven't got a coastline. So why are they so interested in cartography? So we'll dig that the Germans or the Swiss, because they got all cool shit and everything going for them, and the Knights Templar and loads of treasure and reliquary, that they can get a map together. So what happens with this? Because we have a lot of accurate maps at this period, guys. So let's have a little study of this Swiss map from 1540. Now, note this, I find this interesting. It might be a clue to Tartaria. Is over in Asia by year, you got a lot of these places beginning with a Q and a U. Okay, but they say India over there, so that's Asia. And this is apparently North America. Now, you've got Canada, okay, not on top of North America like it actually is. You've got Canada, as you can see, Francisco, so French-speaking America, Canada, facing east to west, and not north to south at all, and above America. So that is completely wrong. I don't know what's going on. Some people say Cuba have shifted as a Mandela effect, but it looks a lot bigger than I remember. And the orientation as well of Central America. What, you know, there's a, what's this big bit sticking out? It's just weird. So yeah, Die New Welt, the New World, and then you've got all of that down there, which I think that this coastline of what they call as Antarctica is another land. And I think that it's where Club Tropicano drinks are free. Fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. I think they have thousands of miles of quality coastline while the rest of us slave away in this bit. And they're elsewhere, the elites. And they know about it because they tell us about it in contemporary music. So, anomalies to mesh your head up. Okay, this one. So, under first scrutiny, you look at America here and you're like, oh, wow, Island California. But it's not, because it says Zipangri, which is Japan. Hold up. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is going on? So Japan is not attached to Asia at all. In fact, it's over by America. And you get these islands in the middle, like you do, which I'll show you in a minute, with Island California. There's a series of 4 islands in between Island California and America, just like you get with this. But in this case, this is Japan. This is an archipelago here of 7,448 here in the Pacific Ocean. Now, Dick, how is it possible for there only to be on this map this little bit of Pacific between America and Japan, and all of the expanse of the Pacific is actually behind Japan? So what do we make of that? Is it just craziness and stupid cartography? Or is this a reset map from before the reset or after the reset even? I also tell you that in the Amazon is cannibals. I'll show you bits of human, that could be scaremongering, nothing for the giants of Patagonia. But why would they show Japan where we normally see Island California? So what if it was there? What if this Island California that we've been witnessing isn't actually California at all? Maybe it is Japan. Maybe it fucked off back to where it came from. Maybe that's the whole thing with invading or attacking Pearl Harbor. Maybe there's a thing going on with the Japanese and America because of all of this, and they know. Anyway, makes no sense as well for Canada to be facing off that way. The exteriors, that would be the Azores, Madeira. So the islands are more or less in place here, but the rest isn't. It's really weird. We got Spain, Africa, and Ireland, Iberia. Okay, so make of it what you will. They show you that Japan is just off the coast of America and all of the ocean is behind. Okay, bear that in mind for the next map. This one, which is the thumbnail for this video. It is a lovely little map from 1595, so not far off that other map, but as you can see, this is superior cartography compared to the other maps. Why would they get it so wrong? Why is Japan facing east to west when it actually should face north to south? And what the fuck is this landmass here in orientation with, this is supposed to be just south of Korean Peninsula, like I just showed you. And I've, there's stories of lands and islands like Formosa that are supposed to be fictitious, but what is this landmass in between Japan and the mainland, which is not supposed to be there? Looks a bit like the cutoff of Island California, and I'll show you in a minute. I mean, it's exactly the shape. Why is it facing that way? Again, there's a real anomaly with Japan. Some years, all from the same period, maps of America, but I've proposed, the South America seems to be more mapped, and then 7 states and the eastward. California seems to be mapped, but none of this Oregon and none of this part is mapped at all. Why? Is it because they weren't out there yet? Or is it because it was underwater after the cataclysm? I think so. And I will show you evidence to support that. So that looked like that wedge we just seen in between Japan and whatever mainland that was. But this says California. They got 100 names on it. But I'm trying to work out if this thing connected to it. Then you would add the peninsula there, which is correct. So it would have had to join between there, and all of this bit would have had to fill in, but at least less than 500 years ago, guys, that was happening. And it seems like the world was in rags and, you know, butt naked, well, you would be after Armageddon. So Japan, east to west. Now, again, this is a nice old map. They're nice. We've got the Phoenician locking code going on, so they sort of know their maps. Again, Japan. It looks nothing like what it really does. It's got one large island and a couple of smaller islands. The orientation, all right, you got China there, but that big landmass that we just witnessed isn't there at all. That one's missing. But look, you got mermaids, mermen with their mirrors, the Phoenicians doing their thing. And these Phoenician whales attacking ships, they show you this a lot. So I just showed you on a map earlier, on the Asian side, that word beginning with Q. On the American side, it appears here too. There's a lot of the QU. So I think there's a correlation between Phoenicians and, or excuse me, Tartaria overlapping into America. And I'll give you some extra evidence for my suggestion in a minute. So all of this down here is Malaysia, etc. Nova Guinea. I don't think that's New Guinea. I'm thinking this is what is apparently Australia and Java. Well, maybe that is New Guinea, and this down here is Australia. Beach. So that's not supposed to be actually discovered. So look at the orientation of China as well. Excuse me, India. It's really strange. In fact, it's all a bit like dumpy and squashed together. Anyway, Japan, again, hop, skip, and a jump from America. Why? Why is Japan right next to America on all these maps? On loads of these old maps. Maps of Europe, same period, makes zero sense to man or beast. Loads of missing lands. We got Thule. We got Friesland. Where are they today? And this even, you know, they got ships everywhere. And these things, that even looks like a boat, you know, on the side on. Maybe it's just like anchored. And then it's like, whoop, we got to go. Thule, off it goes. Sailed into that outer world, the one where they're all on the beach, sipping cocktails, laughing at our clouds. Then a lot of paying taxes for all this. Is ridiculous, isn't it? Oh, they never say anything. Oh, you just keep them bred in circuses, Timothy. That'll keep them wide asleep. So anyway, up north, hop, skip, and a jump from the British Isles in this period. Apparently, this is Greenland, but next to it is landmasses. This one is inhabited by pygmies, little people. And the four seas separating them in the middle, what we have proposed to be Mount Meru. So, you know, a lot of Scandinavia looks different. This inlet here in Norway is a bit too prominent. The Baltic's a bit squashed. What else? So there are differences, you know, the wedgie island we got going on, but this thing here, Thule, gone. It is gone. Estoland, picked apart by Victor, young Victor, once years ago on Xerxes' channel. He thinks there was a land you saw many maps and you can't find it now. So this map here, I can't blow it up. I'm sorry. Oh, I could, I guess. I just don't know this laptop. You get connected this landmass which comes all the way up to Capricorn here and Guinea here, and I don't think that's Australia. It's just that landmass, and you can see this extremity here of America and California. And again, it's not going north and south like California and Oregon is. This is going east to west, and this big landmass here is supposed to be Canada going east to west. Makes little sense. And these two big blobs right next to America, which is supposed to be Japan, which is supposed to be on the other side of the Atlantic Ocean. So there's that wedge shape again. Again, looks a little bit like a boat, but there it is, California. But that looks like a modern printout over there. Maybe they're just saying that's what it is. You get these islands, 4 islands in between. So this would be that peninsula. So this bit here, what, giant mud flood event, which has connected all this up together. Or is California actually already in here somewhere because of the biblical floods? And this thing is that island we just witnessed. This, there, you got California there on that one. This is an interesting little map. it's got languages. I've got a collection of ancient languages like Phoenician, and it shows you they all have one common source, that's for sure. So yeah, the Americas and Canada is, more orientated like you'd expect, I guess. But what is all of this landmass up here and California? It's supposed to be still an island. Then Oregon. So there's that peninsula, okay, and then San Diego's by there, and I'm just thinking the width of California itself to there, before you get to Oregon, is that actually the size of that island? I'm thinking that island looks bigger. I just don't know. It just makes no sense to me. But what it does make sense is there was a great cataclysm. This thing was all underwater. You got this giant lake with these islands where Oregon now stands, on Oregon is. And you can actually see this depression here in Google for this large lake basin, which got filled up with mud. And they say that there's mud all the way to the ocean from Oregon. So backfilled land for California, maybe. Moving land masses, maybe. This is a neat old Japanese map, but funnily enough, they never bothered to put themselves really on it, which I find really curious. And maybe that little blob there. Okay, it's an Oriental map. With no Japan. Oh, that's Britain. This is, hang on. What the fuck? That's supposed to be the panhandle. Then what is all of this? Okay, California's attached. Looks a bit weird. And all of this landmass, like Asia is connected. Asia is connected in this map. Okay. And all of this, thousands of miles of real estate, beach houses all on this coast, all beautiful water, all lovely because it's warm. We've got volcanicity, you've got warm valleys. You can see all the tropical animals that occupied this place in the past. Unicorns. So yeah, you can't make out Japan, maybe a little bit there, not really. I'm really curious. And there's that giant island up there again, which is Fula, which is on that map. But yeah, an extended American continent, which looks like Asia is actually connected with America at that period, and this giant landmass, which is just crazy. So this one, Hudson Bay looks a bit weird, but the Great Lakes, they got one, and it's a bit of a wedge where the other four are. I'm not quite sure. Not discovered yet. Or still encompassed in another load of water because there's been, this is like water. You've got the Great Lake there. Still these islands between there and there, but it sort of does make sense as California because if it connects there, you've got that peninsula that's visible today. So it sort of makes sense in that regard. Yeah, no Great Lakes though. So they could be like modern mining. Yeah. From the last reset, and this is another early one again, but none of America defined here in these territories. And these QVE again, America QVE, you see that all over Phoenicia. And all they got is an island of California and nothing else going on for the whole of America and that side of Canada. The Yukon, none of it is existing apparently. There again. Cartography? Well, no, because I've got earlier maps of this area, guys, and it's all covered with map. Maps made for this area. Why is it like this? Because I think it's between resets. I think we're seeing before and after cataclysms, and it's captured in the maps. And they don't, the powers that should not be, they don't really give a fuck because they don't think people are going to look into it and even pick it apart. Who would do that? Somebody that's into maps that much, Mappy Martin maybe, or the guy who wrote them 2 books. Japan, right next to America. Loads of maps showing America right next to Asia. Okay. So I've got all the maps that I'll be showing you, except for these ones, guys, will be shared, in the description box following this video. Now, this is a snazzy little map here, okay, from 1553, so really early, but Again, Southeast Asia. So again, a head fact. In the modern day, like I just showed you, okay, Japan is south of the peninsula of Korea, right or wrong? So not in this case. And remember, all maps are upside down at this period, upside down maps. And Japan, or Zipangri, you know, definite Phoenician thing going on there. For the original occupants of Japan, was supposed to be Caucasian anyway. And these ones, they come from a snowier place, maybe up north somewhere. Anyway, so yeah, Korea, and below that is Borneo and Malaysia, Philippines, etc. And Japan is all the way up here, and not by Korea at all in these maps. Yes, weird, isn't it? India seems to be in situ, also Ceylon, which is Sri Lanka in the modern day. So yeah, Japan's on the move. Japan's on the move in that map. I'll share that with you in descriptions. And use a 1546 nice little map. Now, dig that this map was painted on parchment by order of Henry II, King of France. Now, is the King of France going to say, go away, come back with a bullshit map? Yeah, on pain of fucking death, guys. They got to nail it for that guy. Yeah, he's a psycho. It's fucking Henry II. It's like, it's going to chop all their bollocks off if this map is wrong. So let's just try and work out what one. So, okay, so this is a beautiful little map, but it shows you lots of lovely trees, deciduous trees. Java is connected up to one bigger landmass. And again, Club Tropicana, drinks are free, fun and sunshine, there's enough for everyone. And there's Patagonia, where you can see stuff going on with naked people, as usual. Oh, they got clothes on. Are they getting up to anything? Yeah, looks like they're doing a bit of human sacrifice. Maybe, probably, Phoenicians. But they did stop that. They've stopped many things that they used to do. We'll look at that a bit later. Like these Floridians, we'll call them. They are 7 foot. They got paint all over them, and they're like giants, and they like to eat people. Okay, strange meat. And it seems like the whole world is like just in post-apocalyptic time. Like I said, you know, this collectivism. Oh, they'll turn on one another. They're full of fear, guys. And all they need is the television to do it. We've seen this with what happened a couple of years ago, guys. The television gets them all scared. And then, like, you know, then you've got people being absolutely fucking disgusting to you in the streets. It was really weird. I mean, queues. It's just fucking nuts. Look at that. That is really like, you know, the Panama Canal is almost there. They didn't go from there to there. Well, they did actually, yeah. But, interesting. Okay. So there's a large Lake Venezuela. What's happening in the Amazon is go and get some Amazonian tribes. Probably grab the women, as they do. We've all seen Emerald Forest, sad state of affairs. Okay, let's get up to America. And it's all splodgy, isn't it, by here? Maybe they just wanted to splodge it up to fit in the border. See that? California, Texas. It's Texas, but it's not called Texas. It's got castles. You got castles in Texas, guys. Like castles, like castles, like castles. Not pyramids, but European type castles. In Mexico too. That is just nuts. Okay. Nice bit of classical music, studying maps. What is finer? Lovely. It's going to be like classical music going on. Yes. Okay. So it's an upside down map if you're wondering why things are upside down. Okay, so the Americas look 10 types of weird. And we get over to Europe. Scandinavia, Tartaria. And Japan is all the way up here, like I thought it was, and not down here by like it's supposed to be. I just off the Korean Peninsula. You all seen that on the world map, didn't you guys? Yeah, I know. It just messes your head up, doesn't it? It's like it's Japan on the move. Like, yeah. So what's happening up here in Tartaria? I bet we got some cryptids. Okay, the good swordsman. He's upside down. Hope he don't fall off. Some stretching going on, bit tai chi. There's a lot of naked people. Hope it's warm. Okay. We could just do this. Make it the right way up. Okay, Kings of Tartaria. What we got going on? Okay. We got a paper brick there. A paper brick. Oh, a lot of people will die. We brought them a missionary. We tried to bring them peace and love. What happened? Oh, we murdered and raped everybody. All right. Is that what missions do? Well, generally, yes. Nowadays, it's called the Red Cross. Oh, right. Okay. Yes. Shh. Not that, though. Really? Yes. Soon as the UN peacekeepers come in, you know everybody's going to die. That's weird. Why do they call them peacekeepers? Haha. Yeah, it's a strange irony, isn't it? It's called Big Brother, whoever that is. So this is a cool little map. So yeah, I'll link that up. That cool little head messing map, whatever's going on there. And this map here I got from the New York Digital Library, and it is a more realistic orientated map. Okay, so where is Japan? Okay, Japan is back down by where it's supposed to be. It's actually further south than the Korean Peninsula. Oh my God, what's going on with the maps, guys? They've moved. Occam's razor, guys. They moved. It's moved. It's on the move, yo. All right, another map, also really old. It doesn't show Japan or anything, but it shows a bit of Europe. But there are some anomalies with this. 1506. Again, really early. Excuse me. This Gallica's a real bitch to load. See, an error has occurred. Let me just refresh it. Please be patient. I'm going to drink something. Got a frog in the throat. And that's not Charles Aznavour. That's not funny. Anyway, come on. There it is. Okay. Now, this is a really old map. It's quite juicy. I love this one. 1506. I-506. Okay, so you don't actually get out to Asia, but it is showing something else weird, and it is this. Okay, dig, that is a flat Earth map. It's an azimuth or equidistant, okay? I mean, it looks okay over the Med, Africa, until you get to here. Now, remember, I showed you that India and Ceylon, although that must be really small, are opposite the boot of Arabia, okay, and across the Arabian Sea. So this peninsula here is India. Yeah? So what's that? At first, I thought it was island India that is really like not connected to, continents just yet, because they say in the official narrative, oh yeah, well it's so long lavi, you see, and it moves over eons, and India smashed into the sub Asian continent, and that's why the Himalayas are there, because India is pushing them up as it smashes into. Great, yeah, except this thing here is India. Look, this peninsula here is India. This thing here, I don't know what it is. It's a large landmass, and all of this extremity here as well, it's southern China or whatever it is, it's just weird to me as well. This is apparently the peninsula, isn't it? And what is all of this here? I do not know. It is a bit of a head mess again on the old mappage there. This large landmass out in the Indian Ocean, Madeira, Madagascar, is this Mauritius? It's not a ginormous landmass. It's little dots in the Indian Ocean. Yet here, again with the QV, see everywhere with these Phoenician maps, is this large landmass and another large landmass there, south of India, in the Indian Ocean. I don't know what they are. So again, bit of an head fuck. A lot of place names that I do not recognize because of the lingo, except for India there, up there. But they call all of Asia India in some maps. Anyway, I'll link that up again with all the castles, same as you get in America. It's craziness. We're moving on. And here's an azimuth equidistant. You may recognize the flat Earth map H. Excuse me. I'm going to just take a little look at that flight path that I did. And we've seen this many times over the years that I've been talking about the shape of the Earth. And if you just, okay, excuse me, let me just mag out. So obviously I said this is a projection, so you know we can only presume that it's quite close to what they say, but we haven't got a clue. But I flew from there to there. Okay, so it appears to be sort of southerly, doesn't it? But Dingo South went north, and in fact this is what we did. So from London it went north over Scotland, between in the Irish Sea and the Hebrides there, and it skimmed between Greenland and Iceland, and it came down here to Houston. One straight line. One straight line. And it proves as well that Britain is a lot more further north than they're telling us. Britain is a lot more further north, I think. Much further to the North Pole. Interesting, huh? I was scratching my head at the time. So here's some cool pictures I'm going to share with you now, guys. That's enough maps for now. Don't know how many people are in chat. Welcome, all of you in the Tartarian channel. 71. Sorry, I am munching. I forgot. So, peanuts. So, Detroit, 1890, 1900. What a mind blow, this place, guys. Wow, I must say. Motor City. It went to shit when they moved all of the car plants, and you know we've all seen Fight Club, and it all went to shit. But apparently it's on a comeback, which is good. I think like a third of the population disappeared, but they're all back now. Big up, Ghosts. Big up, hey, it's good to see my bro. Old Will, Mike, Mac, good to see you, and everybody else. Thank you. Happy Friday. So check this. Looks like something out of Phoenicia. Well, Old World's at least. It's made of stone. It's got some age to it. This is a weighing scales, by the way. It's got these in Cardiff Station. Interestingly, do you see these things, these crosses they have on the window? We did that in Britain in World War II to stop the windows getting blown out with blasts and explosions. This looks like a bit of old English monarchy, doesn't it? A proper throne. What's it doing in Detroit? And what's under there? I bet that capstone moves and there's stuff going on under there. I guarantee you. Look, there's a gap. Entrance to the underworld, no doubt. And what they do? Yeah, let's get rid of that old shit. Hey, it belonged to a monarch many, many moons ago. We don't actually give a fuck. There's a toll block going up on this corner, sir. And it's got to go. Urban renewal, you know? Yeah, makes sense. So the interiors apparently look like that. So totem, so it's like a North American Indian influence there, or maybe Aztec even. But what about this thing here? You can see the Aztec sort of influence there, but what about this? It's got a part, it's cross-legged, looks like a Buddha maybe. And what about this? Looks a bit like some weird dystopic state from the past, you know, some weird other realm of Nazis. Isn't it strange, guys? And that's in Detroit. Just mental. And look at their architecture. Just giant doors, pan, and the shells, the Phoenicians. Superior, and this thing here, see how it's bound and it's bent? Looks like a magnet. Looks like a magnet just bent over, you know, or maybe a bimetallic strip squashed together. This is showing us some technology in stone, or maybe, you know, it was active at some stage. So this is what they did: urban renewal. All of these beautiful, well, this one, although it's Art Deco, but still white tile exterior, beautiful building. Smash that fucker down. Smash it, all of it, Tartaria, get rid of it all. And then build a tower block. They paved paradise and they built a parking lot. Makes no sense. And these beautiful little things, they're all over, aren't they? This one looks Moorish. Maybe that would be the reason why they don't want it hanging around in America. But definitely a Moorish influence there. You can see the Arabic type of vent that you see all over the Arab world. And what looks like a really old double spired, which you don't see too many of, church. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy in a religion. Can you imagine me going to confessions? Fucking brilliant. I'd love to do it. I'd love to do it for a YouTube video. Just pretend. Forgive me, Father, but I have sinned. Oh God, no. What did you do? I touched one of your nuns. Did you really? Yeah, she said, oh God, at the end, so it's all good, yeah? Yeah. No, not really. Say 10 Hail Marys. I also touched myself. Shut up. Okay. Look at the cinematic window in that beautiful, beautiful photograph. So clear. Oh, we have a motor car. Onk, onk. Choo choo. There's that double spire. Just a beautiful one, isn't it? They look like quite new then once. Oh, look at this Tartarian bit of foolery. I wonder what it's for. It looks like a ship. It's a mausoleum. These would have been active water, antiquitech, or aquatech, as we call it. It's got what looks like an imperial phoenix. There has to be a connection between the phoenix and the Phoenician, surely, to God. The old PH. Sounds the same. It's the Phoenicians resetting us with their superior technology and the watery wickedness. They are the masters of water. Which is Germany. Hermann Heidit. Hermann Heidit, the world's hide and seek champion of Detroit. They're still looking for him today. So yeah, knock that castle down. Fuck's sake. There's a new millennium coming in, guys. They're going to ask where the fuck all this cool stuff come from. Right, the massive architecture for hardly any people around. Look at all the rubble outside, guys. And they have mudflood windows, and it looks like castellations. So many stories to that. And it looks like a castle as well. And that's just like residential, surely. But what happened to the windows? It looks like a nuke's gone off. Look at that. If they were a thing. Thermobaric bombs are a bit of a thing. Just say it. What happened? So Crystal Palace, that's where they are growing stuff. We don't need to go into details, but see that chimney there? It's probably a crematorium. Oh, yeah. All them people now Christmas buying fucking Chanel. I think Chanel is piss. No, I do. Could be like dead baby piss or something. It's piss, guys. That's the joke, isn't it? You're going to pay £100 for a bottle of Chanel. It smells a bit like pee. No, it doesn't. There's Detroit. They had a midnight tower here back at the turn of the century, which illuminated the entire middle of Detroit. But there's the Phoenician thing going on. Okay, we've got electric trams is coming on a bit there. We got some motor cars. Okay, United Artists Building. Oh, I bet they battered that. God, I've got opera houses and everything. Why is it so elite? All the money that was in that's crazy. Look at that. All the money that was in Detroit, and then it like sort of lost its heyday, didn't it? It's not his fault, is it? He fucking started buying them shitty fucking Japanese cars instead of good American qualities. See me? I'm an outsider. I'm just making an observation, guys, right? See them old American cars? They were the best things on earth, guys. Yeah? T-Birds. Yeah? Fucking Shelbys. Yeah? And all that. And then everyone's in America now has got like fucking Japanese cars. I'm just saying, it's like they're cheaper and they're handy and they're big and they're good for the interstate. But yeah, gas is really cheap. I think we should all go back to American cars. Not just for me, just saying, it makes more sense. And they are beautiful. Yeah. Better than trucks and Jap stuff. I'm just saying. So what's this? That's beautiful bit of tartaria there, isn't it? And there's some ladies in long gowns covering themselves from the sun, just in case some actually touches their bare skin. This is mudflooded as well. Ding 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 ding. We just seen them towers he completed, didn't he? So what did the town planner actually thinking? Was he stupid? So we've got our beautiful Tartarian civic centre, and we'll put 2 massive towers behind it to blot it out from that angle. Oh. Well, I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. I've got loads more to come, guys. I can come back and see what's happening. And then we'll get on with the rest of the show. Look at that tech on there. Wow, look at the top. See, all the juice is always at the top, isn't it, these towers, where nobody actually looks. I can presume this is in the days of technology, but it's got a lot of stuff going on, even for the days of... They're satellite dishes, aren't they? Or something. The dishes, anyway, aren't they? Is that supposed to be an old photograph? I think not. And there's these opera houses, just like the ones in Austria or Germany. That one looks a bit closed down and fucked up outside, doesn't it? That theatre. Yeah, it's closed down. Nobody wants it. It's like that when we went to San Diego. That was a bit of a characteristic old world theatre. Smoke there. Still, the skies look proper vanilla. Yeah, size of them. Size of them. And more Phoenicians here, the lions, flowing reeds or reeks. Good morning. God, they're so depressing, aren't they, these Phoenicians? I wonder what that is. One of those meter, for counting meters when you walk. Look at that folly. Stacks of them everywhere, aren't they? And that looks like the top of an old building, doesn't it? It's got Phoenician angel up there. Proper disproportionate, that is. And the Goodman house, a bit of a chunky old mudflood of that one. Ooh, look at the inside of this, though. Jeez. What's that? Center Development Corp. So Michigan, Detroit, contractors. 1928, they're knocking it down. Yeah, I'm not surprised, though. It's all old stone. Look at the stone in there. Just old world. Just crazy. And there's downtown Detroit. Crazy, in these cities. You can see what they've done now. Can you just get everyone into these cities and just circle roads around them, and they literally close them down. They just proved that with Boston, didn't they? They closed the entire city down, didn't they? They can do that with cities, and they tell you that there's a population problem, but as soon as you get out of the city, especially in America, it's fuck all forever. Go across like Arizona, New Mexico, it's just like, or Texas, it's just lots and lots of fuck all is what you see. No people, they're all here. And they all shit out of nowhere. The whole world came from late 1800s, everyone just turned up. Yeah, that's just stupid. I don't know why people say that they do that. Just mental. If you follow, you would fucking deserve it just for being stupid. Ooh, let's have a look here. So, Phoenicians. So I watched that movie. Fucking hell, with Julia Roberts. Yeah, I think she's probably a fella. Like Sandra got bollocks. And Ethan Hawke. It was an end of the worldy film. They used energy weapons or sound weapons, fachets in it as well, which means teeth fall out. It was really good, but no, it was shit. It was full of satellites in space. They would infuse, glow before the film even started. Loads of the little girl who was really smart got a NASA t-shirt. So like, only smart people are into NASA. There's just so much agendas going on in that film. It's unbelievable. It's called A Place. Fuck it, can't remember. A Place Not Here, Another World, whatever it was called. So yeah, got a couple of complaints in my comments this morning. I'm complaining my microphone is too clear. Well, it's good for my live things, and I can sit in a comfortable chair for hours, because the chair in my bedroom when I does vlogs in there, I literally messes my back up for 3 hours sitting there. So this isn't comfortable for me. So you have to just put up with the clear audio from 4K audio camera. Oh, look at that, all world stuff. Wow. Yes, we have no production company. I'm actually it. Okay, guys. So, we make don't we? This is five British. Keith Robinson of YouTube, yeah. Well, that's beautiful. But we make it work, and I'm very happy. So, Young Men's Christians Association. Young man, there's no need to be done. I said, come here. Don't bend over in the shower. There's some game in here. So it's 4:15. Mummy, look, it's 4:15 in the park. So what do Victorians do of a day? They never had the internet. Oh God, what's happened here? I wonder. It looks to me like Detroit has suffered a fire. Whatever's happened didn't bother these telegraph poles or whatever they are. Look at that building. Beautiful. I wonder how extensive that was. So look at the size of that doorway. I've seen this doorway before with the fascias above. Just giant masonry of the old world. I'm guessing that is a bank. It looks like a bank. Also looks like it might be closed down. And the old Adeline outside. Oh, look at that. That looks like a little synagogue, a little temple. Temple Bethel. Oh, Bethel. Ball. Okay. Wow, again with the Aztec maybe influence, which is Phoenician, Haitian, Phoenician, the Aztecs. I can't see a difference between the Mayans and the Aztecs, the Olmecs, or any of them, really. Not really. Not the same to me. Look at that archetypical Tartarian house. Ding, 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 ding. The style is amazing. I just wonder what, how they envision them. They must have a template for all of these worldwide, because that's replicated here in Britain. Oh my God, look at that. The size of these families, how big were they? Why do you need that many rooms? Well, it's like the Vanderbilt mansion, that one. There's a tent or something there, guys. Maybe the kids are camping out like they do in the summer. Yeah, that could be it, this is very pleasant, isn't it? It's like time traveling. Snap your fingers and walk through a summer's day in subdivision, posh area of Detroit. So yeah, silver liner minor. I reckon things could heal. I reckon the world could heal. These drug problems and all of that, that's the government bringing them in as part of the dialectic. And it always has been. But it doesn't define civilization. It's the state of that inner cities and the deliberate influx of what and everything that is to set man brother against brother, sister against sister is no good. That's by design. We have to overlook that. We have to be smarter, see what their game is. Oh yeah, they're making it hard for us because they want us to be pissed off, resentful. Okay, well, if I'm not in the collective and I'm selfish and I'm thinking to myself and I'm thinking I don't give a fuck, because that's you do you, boo, okay, then I'm going to worry about it. So, ka-ching. Objectivism works for me, but I'm doing tweaked it somewhat to suit my personality, you could say, because I'm not exactly like everybody else. I'm not saying like nuts or anything, just do crazy stuff in my life. So that looks like it's actually being built, doesn't it? A little castle thing there.
Mudflood windows too. I wonder where they get all the stone there. Awesome car must be such a massive undertaking. So they're building some shit there, guys. And there it is there. YMCA. Look what number it is. Number 88. Just like the Disney Club. What's the A and D? A and D. I don't know. And it's inside. So that's a beautiful building. These are old though. I do surmise. Obviously, things have been built 1900. There's not many people around either, is there, by there? Always with the massive doors, always with the big heavy stuff all on top. And a belfry. This chair was erected in July, located in this site, city of 1835. And is occupied here. The civic authority, blah, blah, bullshit. Looks English, doesn't it? It's got like heraldry from England. What's that doing there? Yeah. So this tower, it's a moonlight tower with a massive halogen lamp on top, which illuminated the center of Detroit. Oh, that's beautiful. It's got all technasmia parts. I bet that had like a massive organ. They had organ in the Munsters house because you rang. What's his name? Oh, fucking hell. I can't remember his name. Like the Addams Family, not Jeeves. Bugger. Dun, 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 dun. You rang. Anyway, him. He plays harpsichords and like in a Tartarian house, isn't it? Right now. Is that the next day, or is that earlier? Why are they staring at the clock? Maybe spinning around because time's going too quick. It's a different time then, and time just like goes quick, or maybe slow. City of Detroit, Mitch Egan. And there's the Phoenician whales. So I'm guessing it is a port, and I'm guessing to get stuff off the lakes, and I'm guessing it's a Phoenician hub. A lot of money, a lot of power. Oh, that looks like that one in Dealey Plaza. Oh, it's a lovely avenue, that is. What? Is that a library? Yeah. Oof. It's a bit like the Cincinnati library that they got rid of. I wonder if that is still open. Look at them. All them lovely words in books. What they say. Oh, imagine if you could just cram whole books in one day. Just like download them. Just download all that information one day. Would you handle it? Probably. Just drink loads of coffee. 1875 course it is. Everything just shit. Oh no, 1875. Got the interiors in these. Phew. We want to spill a drink on that rug. The Riviera, the Grand Riviera. Featuring Robert Morton's orchestral pipe organ. Oh, interesting. He's got an organ, just like I said. Not that sort, don't be ridiculous. Pipe organ. Brilliant. First church of the Christian Science. I don't know what that's all about. Christian Science. And that's a college. So, nice building, that one. Colleges are always the best. And there's the main hall, main town hall, city hall. Ding, 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 ding. So yes, it's like Rome, isn't it? Got the Tower of Bethel or Bethel, Yell. Greek tops. All right, something's wrong here. What is it? All that building's been torn apart. They had a Godzilla attack, didn't they? That's what's happened. Godzilla attacked Detroit. No, it's urban renewal. They got rid of all the old shit. And nearly every city in America went through it. All these beautiful things, they leave 1, 2, maybe. The rest, tower blocks. Oh, look at that. I'd love that. Ding, 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 ding. Well, I'm not sure what colour it is. Maybe it's yellow. Purple, maybe. But they all look mudflooded. The trees are all new. It's got antiquity. See? Boom, 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 boom. That's an alive house. That is a spiritually alive house. It's alive. It loves you. Welcomes you home. Right, that's being built. And that's all world Phoenician shit, all that old stuff. So it looks a bit muddy outside there. They've got a bit of mud going on. Not too much on the infrastructure. That tree looks a few years old. Wow. Is that a water tower? Sure is. Look at that. Wow. Is that a crematorium? Looks like a crematorium. Chimneys for burning stuff, by the way. Oh, look at that tower. And there's water pumping station. Yes. Water supply. Oh, what that sign says. So yeah, it looks exactly like Dealey Plaza one. That he's going off for a punt on the river. Happy days. There's the gleamers. Oh, that's a nice hostelry or whatever it is. Theatre. Okay. Jesus, how many pictures are you? Right. Prohibition. What was that all about, really? They didn't really want everyone to stop drinking, did they? They made drugs in 1923, and that stupid thing that happened in Cairo. Whatever you're going to make opium illegal, you may as well make it all illegal. Fucking hell. How times change, eh? Now they have ganja leaks in chemists and windows. 20 years ago, they was screaming how terrible it all was. Oh, you druggies. Fucking hell. They look too happy. I think they're on pot. Fucking pot smokers. Bastards. They don't do anything, lazy bastards. Oh, really? Don't do anything? Not too busy thinking and inventing the world. Well, everyone else is drunk and fucking it all up. No shit. Oh man, look at that. Beautiful mandala effect there on that ceiling. So trippy. Okay. The old seashells. It's Moorish, that is. With these reliefs things they got going on. And that is the Grand Riviera Theatre. Wow, it was grand. It's got a bit of the coral castles about it. Yeah, that's beautiful. So that reservoir there in the water, works. It's amazing. Jeez. And all these big old Tartarian houses. Oh, look, the lake's dried up there, but this bit's a bit flooded. Okay. That's Detroit, Michigan. If you're from there, I hope you enjoyed them. We're moving on. Okay. Now, let me just come back for a minute because I really haven't got a clue if I'm on my own. Yeah. No, there's 600 people there watching. Hi, guys. Big flat firms. What do you reckon on their maps then? What's going on with Japan? Big mental, that stuff, guys. It's on the move. It's over by America, isn't it? Yeah. I think you should watch in case them Japanese are like sneaking across the Atlantic, fucking Pacific Ocean, sneaking up on you. Yeah. Just saying. Some gas boats, which offer anomalous islands. Hiya, Liddy. Good to see you, love. Thank you for being here. Hiya, Alva Billy, my brother. Much love to you. Dallas Fowler, my friend here. Chris, good to see you. John Keeley's good to see you. Brian back in, we love you. Little light fairy. Poor Jax, good to see you. LT Goods, what's happening, my bro? Good to see you again. And it's my bro, Psycho Dave. What's happening, Psycho Dave? Isabella, what go on, my bro? Brian Staveley. What do you think of my map thing? My mate, Blaze. Yeah, I know Blaze. Yeah. He lives in Japan. Yeah. Has done videos on Japan being in the wrong position now. So what you make of that, Brian? Did you just see that? It's like loads of maps. It's fuck all way up by Russia, and then the modern day is down south of the Korean Peninsula. And the same thing for New Zealand as well. I'm thinking that's on the fucking move. I'm thinking it's all on the move. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, it's Mandela affected. It's just crazy. Ah! Jamie Robbins, good to see you. Danny B, good to see you. It's crazy, yo. It's crazy. Valdez, good to see you, my bro. Just crossing my back. Teresa. It's craziness. So, you feeling that Fat Dig vibe? We've got some funny stuff and loads more to go, guys. We've got loads to go. going to show you some old books now with some ideas about history, some sort of proofs to back up my ideas that Piranesi witnessed all that Armageddon. Nabua, oh, very Bosch. Oh, I shouldn't say that. What was that? The Mighty Boosh. That's it. Mighty Boosh. Used to love the Mighty Boosh. Fucking brilliant that was. 10 types of craziness. Mind the Gap. Good to see you, man. Ian Biggs. Good to see you. Bring back Mighty Boosh. Astro Beam. Good to see you. Hubi. What's that? The Sistine Chapel? No, I'll show you now. These are from an Italian Renaissance bas reliefs that they discovered, but the paintings themselves have real clues to reset, and what exactly is going on, I do not know. It's a head fuck, like everything is with history, but we're going to have a look anyway. And I've got some video to show you in a minute about urban renewal. An excellent film I'm going to post in a week about urban renewal in Chicago. But it's a 10-minute movie, and I didn't want to put it up now because it's just going to not have the time to do that sort of thing. We're moving on. Anyway, well, go on, Bright. So this year is in frescoes. Oh, this is Sistine Chapel. Excuse me. Well spotted. It's 1870. Michelangelo, Botticelli. Okay, well spotted. Okay, let's have a look now. I don't know if these are above or on the walls. So we get the Constantine arch, but this one, it looks identical to it. It's by the sea, so it really can't. And as you can see, you've got the crapped out classical world. And it's all around this font here, the action. Something's going on. And this guy, he's waving a magic stick, like a magician, like Merlin. And this guy's like, oh, fuck, he's got a magic wand. In fact, they're all messed up with the magic wand, guys. This guy's hit the dust. So, oh, let him be with his magic wand. Let's walk on. So they're all in a Renaissance clothes and frame of mind. Everyone looks completely different because they're probably the real people, because all this was probably happening. So yeah, the works of Michelangelo, I've come to the conclusion that we're talking about the actual Archangel Michael. I think that's the case. I think Archangel Michael can be exhibited and can be seen in some people. I recognize it, and I recognize it in Michelangelo's work. He did it. The Archangel Michael painted the Michelangelo works, and all of them superior inventions and all, you know, helicopters, this, that, and the other that come with Michelangelo. Is he just that futuristic and see all of that stuff, or is it the case that we're actually talking about? The Archangel Michael. I like to think so, but that's just me. Anyway, so I'm not going to go through them all. I'm going to link that up because this looks like there's a bit of problem with the overloadage of these for some reason. Yeah, not coming up. Anyway, shows carnage. I'll link that up in the description box below this video. Jesus, the Phoenician. Now, I've talked about this before. Came from that sort of part of the world, Canaanites came. And there's the fish, isn't there? The fish. And this is a book. I haven't read it actually because I bought it. But it offers a load of links and things that have cited Jesus as a Phoenician. Now, he was definitely to do with the sea, fishing, etc. The carpenter, in actual old world terms, meant shipbuilder. So Joseph was a shipbuilder. His uncle was a shipbuilder. He was a Phoenician, not a Jew, but a Phoenician. By deriving into history of the Cano-Phoenicians, suggesting that is Jesus' origin. I really do think that is the case. In this book here, you've got all of these links looked at everything to do with Jesus is a Phoenician. So going on that, if you were, this book here is crazy, actually, from 1591. So if you were actually a Christian, yeah, they weren't happy with you. In fact, they're going to fuck you up royally if you are. So what does this say? It's in Latin. Trustees on the instruments of martyrdom, on various ways of martyring experienced by Gentiles against Christians. So the Gentiles are going to torture the arse of Christians because they believe in apparently Jesus Christ. So why would they do that? And why are they anyone wearing clothes? Everyone's walking around butt naked. Would you really walk around with your butt hanging out like that? Or maybe in Amsterdam or somewhere, but not here. So anyway, what you do is you tie somebody to the back of a horse and drag them a fucking round. Is apparently what you do to a Christian. Or feed them to the dogs. That's always pleasurable for the dogs. Not so much for the Christian. So yeah, it's trouble, isn't it? What do you think's going on with that then? Don't tell me, I don't want to know really. So yeah, I'll link that book up. I don't want to go into too much of it because obviously Christians being tortured and murdered for their belief systems is, can be sniffed at, This one must hurt. Look at this, guys. But this really ruins your day. So basically, get them to do the splits between two trees, stretch the trees, guess what happens? Unless you've got really strong legs and you can hold the trees together for a while. Otherwise, it's going to rip you in two. Yeah. And tickle you under the arm. Always tickling, always a unique torture. Also, tickling the belly as well, if that's what they're doing, rubbing bellies. That's what you're going to do. If you ever meet a big brown bear, yeah, just run up quick and tickle its belly. It will be so happy that it's not going to eat you. Okay, that anti-bear spray doesn't work, guys. It's rubbish. Don't try it. So I'll link all that up later if you're into that sort of thing. Just goes to show that religion's not all it's cracked up to be. Urban renewal. Demolition. Now, I've shown this in the past, but I studied again, and it's completely different to me this time. This is the demolition of the building that was the Star Theatre in New York City in 1901. Queen Victoria is still alive. Okay, now it's time-lapse photography 1901. And my question is how are they managing it? How long have they been doing time-lapse photography? How far are they actually in filming? If they're in 1901 pulling this off. Now observe this building as well, the way they take it down. And 1902, okay. So it's a big old Tartarian building like we just seen in Detroit. This is in New York City. Given on the other buildings, it takes some changes too. Time really goes past. So they get the roof off first. Oi, oi. Okay, so the effort to take these big structures away. I noticed with the big buildings in Chicago that we've looked at, they took hundreds of thousands of dollars just to remove them because they were big granite things. Look at this thing. And you've got to take it apart like that. You can't use explosives. Stone by stone, brick by brick. Why? It's an old theatre. Again, these old theatres. How many of them did we just see? All taken down. And a big tower block. This building here has blinds, some windows open, some days not. See? Some days rainy. How are they pulling it off 1901, guys? So that's in a window. It's just like running constantly, day after day, 24 hours a day. How much film is he going to need for the months that it takes? An entire room full of celluloid, guys. Try and work out outside of digital art and like putting it on a memory stick, how we could have saved all of this film of a year or 6 months or whatever it was of taking that building away. I can't get my head around it. And 1901. And there's no car invented at this period. They're taking it all away in horse and cart. And there's a mudflood basement because it goes down. So a lot of questions with that one, guys. Just craziness. There's a lot of good links. I'll link this up. It shows you all New York Ghetto, Fish Market, and other old films for you to have a look through a little bit later. Okay. On that of British, for years now, we've been talking about Piranesi, the work of Giovanni Piranesi, who was around between 1720 and 1778, and he engraved the Roman world, or the Phoenicians, okay, and all of Jamacia, all of the ruined classical world. And he also did underground civilizations, which he called Piranesi's prisons. I'm intrigued by them. Now you can see catacombs. So he engraved these catacombs, but I'm thinking these for giants. If you haven't seen these is mind-blowing. Giant vases full of bones, that big. Yeah, these are giant bones, guys, in giant vases. Bones of giants. Can you see the size of that? These are not human. This is a big plate here. Look at the size of that bone compared to it, guys. These are giant's bones. And inside of one of these crazy catacombs, I got photographs, and they look like this. Turns out, like, they dumped the Phoenician burial thing in favor of Alexander the Great's sticking you in a pot in ashes for some reason, building a great civilization underground to put you in, for your ashes to go in, which makes little sense to me at all, because there's no rebirth going on. You're just keeping your ashes in a pot for what? Exactly. So your relatives that are fucking dead can come and see you. So this is the world. Look at that, the detail. Classical world, all overgrown, been underwater. Look at that. Pyramids, obelisks, pineal glands, buildings that reach to the sky, like the Emerald Castle. These things, look at them. Just amazing. I think Piranesi's seen this. I'll show you why, because 200 years later, or by 1856, somebody took some photographs of some catacombs like these, underground places in Italy. And they definitely exist. Excuse me. These Gallicas don't really load up good with lives, but they are absolutely beautiful. I will be able to link this following the show. Okay, let me just... Yeah, Piranesi is definitely my favourite engraver. Him and William Hogarth, I should think is probably one of my favourites. But yeah, he's seen that world. That's not going to load. So let me move on. So these catacombs were photographed by John Henry. Oh, bloody hell! Lost it. Where is it? John Henry something or other in 1865, and he's basically caught what Piranesi was engraving, which is these. So it's like that Roman flat brick, and they take you to massive underground places, which they will show you, and these are dotted around in Italy, and they are catacombs. They go deep underground to crazy bunkers. Look at this, all weathered, just really old. But I don't think Rome is 2,000 years ago. I think Rome was here 500 years ago. Otherwise, why are the Renaissance artworks like that I show you, showing biblical events, which I'll show you some of in the pictures shortly, all set in the medieval period? That's a big bird's nest, isn't it? So, okay, the roof's gone. It's really old. Is this supposed to be Roman? (1835) written in paint. 1816 written in paint. And there's a window there all stoned over. This could be like a Roman building. It looks like. What a load of shit. And, you know, who did this? You know, did the modern day Romans come in and block all of these double doors? And then first there was a big door, then people got smaller, and then they had a double door. And then all of that got blocked in as well. And high up windows. So yeah, you're getting in them buildings I just showed you, and they go deep underground, just like the pyramids, to underground catacombs. And these interesting entrances to them too. Paris, catacombs, lots in Italy. Here's a weird painting the Blessed Virgin. She looks a bit brown, and the little Jesus do too. Got the Zyro here. And what looks like, don't know what writing that is, if it is indeed writing. So yeah, they got some really cool paintings in sheer frescoes up on the walls of the catacombs of the classical world. Still exist in paint after 2,000 years. Really, what floods, earthquakes, etc. They're supposed to have lots of. So catacomb of SS Peter. Peter was in the SS. Yeah. Holding a little baby. Somebody won in a game of frisbee. Yeah, I love that frisbee joke. I was wondering why frisbees got bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. What gives, guys? What gives? Look at this one. Jeez, that one's high on ketamine or something. So he's a bugged out of his head. See that a lot, especially on YouTube. Oh, the Last Supper, is it? So the Last Supper is like, I'm hanging out with my love feast. It says love feast. That's orgy then. We're all going to drop hallucinogenic. This one's got a little pig ears, a little hallucinogenic, and we're going to eat that dog. Do all them fine Roman things. So that's Fabian, Pompon, Fabians, just like the Fabians. Infra, that's Henry, that's Jesus, and Mason, or Mason. Interesting. Okay. So Katy Perry, she's a one, isn't she? She's definitely a Rothschild. So she's like spoiled brat. She's like, Uncle, I want to be a famous music star. Are you talented? Yeah. Can I sing for you? Yeah, sing. Oh God, she's fucking awful. I got a new song. Go on then. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, we'll record that. Get her into the studio. Any hint at lesbianism, they'll be fucking buying it. So, but it remains to be seen if Katy Perry, because she was going out with that other girl, what was her name? Oh yeah, that's it, Russell Brand. Anyway, Katy Perry is rich scummy, if that makes any sense, and she's flat earther. She probably watches Flat Earth British. I think Jim Carrey of Truman Show. I think he's a big fan of Flat Earth British. So that's what they all are. You stick your relative in a pot of ashes. It's like my mother. My mother's in a pot of ashes. And then they stick her on a shelf for 2,000 years for what? Could be reanimated from your ashes. Maybe. I have seen some sort of suggestions of that with Carry On Screaming or other things. So, cool. Jason would like this picture, wouldn't he? Especially when he says about all the real estate underground. So, servants of Caesar. So, I think what I mean by that is his sex slaves. Or underground, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stories down. So, a massive skyscraper underground in Italy. And I got evidence of Sicily being covered in the same. Why the weirdness with the dead? Why put them in pots? And why put them underground? Think about it. All this effort for a necropolis, an underground city, just like you got into the basilica where St. Peter hangs out on his rock. Yeah, look at the effort. And they're all in there. Apparently for 2,000 years, just hanging around. There's Mortalis. Once proud Roman.
So Rome must have been weird. I can imagine, like they say, like, oh, Rome was all like, you know, the society was all like orgies and stuff. Yeah, probably for the high up elites into all like occultism and shit, like it is now. I can't imagine like everybody who's just trying to survive being like that. That's probably just them, like it is now for the backsides. I'm just saying that I wonder if it was just like today, could go and buy a coffee, yes. Could go buy a hamburger, yes. Go and watch stupid sports. Although in them days, just throw a couple of Christians to the Lions. Maybe. I don't think so. So there's Alexandra the Great, Caesar. Okay. Alexandra. Who knows? They know what he looks like. He's got tight curls. He had a perm. Apparently all Caesars have perms, apart from Caesar, because he was a bit baldy. Brutus. So, Hermetis Bane. Is that Hermes in there? Hermetis Bane. We could be looking at something, that's Marcel. Could be looking at somebody really important in these pots, you know. These photographs have been in the New York Library. No one's presented these. These haven't seen the light of day. Maybe some odd. Oh, there's a little toilet there in case you want to have a shit because you're dead. Look. One of those little. Oh, there's an oven. Why would you need an oven? Crap and an oven. No, these are bunkers. These are fucking bunkers. Just like Piranesi's prisons. These are bunkers of some sort. And they put ashes in them later. They weren't originally for that. Same with dovecots. They're not for doves. This is a tech. It gotta be the effort. Just to what? Barely fucking dead people. 1871 excavation there. All underground in Rockler. And a door going down into an underground world of dead people. Ashes in holes in the wall. Tagged for a later date. Reanimation. It's not what the Egyptians were doing, was it? You know, they took all their shit with them for the afterlife. Well, fucking good luck with that. So, I've been reading a book called The Destiny of the Soul. God, it's messed my head up a little bit. The author, he doesn't really go with the cycle of reincarnation. He says it's too nowy. It only deals with the soul now in series of nows in our previous lives and lives coming up in this place now, but it doesn't deal with the eternal or the immortal soul before that point. And I've seen his point. It's like, where is the origin for the soul? Well, it's eternal. Well, where did it come from in the beginning? It was no beginning to your soul. Did it start? Did it have a starting point? Out of Adam, they say. Atom. Oh, yeah. There's some fuckery going on here. And it's science, and it is futuristic, and it is a technology, and like this is. So look, they're all sitting around. Let's have a look what the Romans get up to. Okay. It's a bit like football players in Britain in the modern day, isn't it? And we'll all get in the bath together later, shall we? After we've won. Yeah, I'm feeling really high with testosterone and all of them sport homosexual things that you feel. And now we can dicky knock in the showers. Oh, look, there's a naked giant. Quick, shoot him in the penis. Why the penis? Just in case. My wife's looking at him. He's naked. See, it's not good, guys. History's fucked. It's history, guys, but not as we know it. Whoa, something's happened here. Looks like Armageddon. But it is like really old fresco, by the way. So what's happening here? Crocodile attack on some kid with an elongated head. Charabanowskis, look, and they got weapons. I told you they were little fuckers. Don't like them Charabanowskis. Oh, look, the little fresco down there. Carnage up there. It's a bit, this is, I'm getting the buzz of Indiana Jones right now. Like we're literally together discovering something, because like I said, guys, no one's been searching where I search. No one's found these in the New York Library. They just haven't. I dug like 10 pages in to find them. Unless anyone's got that effort to crazy, I can't imagine anyone seeing these. So that birdcage. So fucking weird. So we got
a dodo, which is extinct, and maybe a peacock. They're going to go and fight over them nuts. And a crow, maybe. Crow. So I really like birds. They're beautiful. They're like fish of the sky. So yeah, you know, they all wear dresses in the old days, don't they? They all wear like togas and dresses, apparently for thousands of years. And now like everyone has gone like reverted back to 1980s in fashion. I don't know what's happened. I don't know where everyone's buying their clothes. Maybe it's just COVID rules. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. So let's flick through some pictures that I've collected this week of stereoscopic images. They are really funky, guys. These are of Jamaica. No, she went of her own accord. Boom, boom. And apparently, it's got like literally wiped off the face of the earth. Jason talks about the Martinique event, and it's quite scary. And there's the volcano going off there. But everything in this area is desolation and has been ripped to shreds, as you can see. Sad picture of desolation, Martinique. Excuse me, not Jamaica. Principal streets, falling buildings, it's just carnage. So if you go cross-eyed, right, it becomes one image, but make sure you go back, because otherwise you just walk around cross-eyed, and that was not good. So King Street in Kingston, I think Kingston, Jamaica. Myrtle Bank Hotel, the effects of the earthquake. So all these buildings, fronts just gone off, and that looks really modern for the period. So the fever camp showing in interior with sufferers. So yeah, they smashed it on the health service there. Still, they did better than they did with your own. Types of natives who live in this area. So the Caribbean is Phoenician, the Phoenicians, Haitian, excuse me, they're gone ridiculously small. And there's the natives. Let's just scroll through. As you can see, this place has got Tartarian architecture, Greco-Romano, which has all been smashed in a terrible event. The churches, everything turned to rubble. And they've got some superior quality insides, which look German. If you look on the floor here, seems to be loads of little round balls. Don't know what they are. They're not cannonballs. Fires are still going. Oh, excuse me, the picture's a bit small. What you see there is burning dead bodies, because there's so many of them. There's a little FEMA camp going up. Okay. Smoking a bomb? No, he's mashing some corn. You go mash some corn to get your bread. Look at the state of this. So you got buildings like this, you know, developed in Jamaica and this area. Yeah, look at that building popped out. It looks German, but there are German towns in Jamaica. I found out about that. Also Welsh people in Jamaica too. Oh, excuse me, I blew up. So yeah, it looks like the same old carnage we've seen. This one's attributed to an earthquake, but what you see, look at that for a picture, guys. What the fuck is that? Fantastic sight. Royal Mail steamship. It's a steamship on top of a building. And you've got a guy in a pith helmet, which looks decidedly British. And some other guy looks like a sailor next to him. Wow. What kind of event was that? I know Jason talks about the Mountain League event, but wow. I haven't seen any pictures of this event before. Sorry, they're not all coming up, but they're hard to see. So Haiti, I've covered a book about Haiti, Phoenicia, and it's more developed than it seems. Cuba is really developed, excuse me, but the other islands, Puerto Rico and stuff, they don't seem to have as many of these Phoenician things like the antiquity bandstands. And fine clothes and fine life. Doesn't even look like a Caribbean island. And there's Main Street. Oh, excuse me. Better off just scrolling through. I got a lot to get through anyway. So as you can see, a Greco-Romano arch with Antiquitech on it and all just mud outside. Is that original Arc de Triomphe? Or is that a Spanish built one? So again, with tents, with some sort of terrible event and people living in tents. And that is in Haiti. And excuse me, some images. Cuba is really beautiful, as you know, full of Phoenician and Tartarian architecture, and they got crazy stuff going on. This is a signal station for maritime uses here, because it says on the caption, and they got a huge staff full of cannonry, large cannons. Sorry about these, so they're old. You can't really choose the sizes of said images. So, but yeah, craziness in. Look, they got some beautiful architecture going on there. So let me just get out of here a minute because, oh, excuse me. Let me just show you one or two here. The Boer War I've never covered, but the Boer War, they celebrated on the streets of Britain victory over the Boar, and this is disgusting. Amount of ivory, I've never liked that. Killing elephants. And you've got the pyramids, the natives, and look at that, you've got the Tartarian architecture going on in Africa too. And a war with the Boers, but there are pictures of large amounts of dead bodies, which you don't really want to look at with the Boer War. 1900, victory for Britain. Let's have a look at some images of the week and have a think about things. This is a good book, Pilgrim Tit, true story of the first Thanksgiving by Grip Titman. So that's what really went on, guys, in your Thanksgiving. Whatever that was for, being the witch. Somebody sent me a photograph this last week, and I think it was on a wall in Chicago, I think it was. And as you can see, it's the faceless knight and a load of Phoenician locking code, if that's what you want to call it. That's what I call it. These things on woodwork. So again with the faceless knight. Now these hundreds, over 100 of these will all over America, corn palaces, and I've posted a few examples on community posts this week. They got everything on them from yin yangs to swastikas to just crazy peace stuff everywhere. These are like outside, they look like something that should be in Glastonbury Festival. They look hippie as fuck. Corn palaces, built hundreds of them. You can see another one there. This one is beautiful. So lots of American cities have them, or had them, and they look like old world tech. This one looks swastika, and it's got a Moorish feel to it as well. Onion domes. And there's another one. All of this outside tiling as well is like a outside conduit. So from 1887 to 1930, at least 34, corn palaces were built across the Midwest United States. And only the Mitchell Corn Palace has remained intact, this one now. So there's only one left. So they were all built, apparently. Quite beautiful. So vending, apparently you could buy and post kits. It's like buy one, get one free. This one's like, oh, it's like buy me. It's like, no. But what would you buy me? Yeah, and then we send you in a post bag. In America as well, they were sending babies on the post bags by the postman. So, Hollywood, what do you think they get up to, the Disney characters, when they're not in the movie, you know, like Sleeping Beauty? Yeah, what's she doing? They get fucked up, guys, like everybody else. Yeah, and that apple knocks your head off. So, yeah, they look way happy, don't they? So, Jim Carrey's watching David Icke, isn't he? And there's David Icke's son there. So he's into truthing and stuff, and he's Truman Show and Number 23 and all the other truthy sort of films that he's been in. So I'm wondering if he's watching Flat Earth British, because I'm funny as fuck. I'm funny. I'm probably funnier than him. Anyway, maybe not. Anti-cunt. This is something you can buy in the pharmacy now. Maybe I should get some. 32 film coated tablets, fast and effective from leaf for being a cunt. So there you are. Works in 5 minutes. There you are. This is an interesting Swedish coin. Swedish Council of America. And on this, they show like the Washington Monument. There's a little Masonic sign going on there. And you show you a jet going into tower. Predictive programming or lucky call. I don't know. I kissed a girl and I liked it. Here's Katie with some of her adhering fans. It's like, that's a bit ridiculous. So, oh, I got one for the front, one for the back. I kissed a girl. I liked it. So, do you know balloons in France were really prominent, as we know, and worldwide in Tartaria? What I don't understand about this video, or these pictures, excuse me, is loads and loads and loads of airships come out of this tiny little hangar, a bit like a TARDIS, like it's a lot smaller or bigger on the inside than the outside. So all of these got inflated inside one of them or whatever and brought out of this hangar one at a time. So you blow it up, come out, blow it up, come out, blow it up, come out. That seems a lot to come out of that one little building, unless they're coming from underground. A bit like the Wizard of Oz, he gets out in a balloon, doesn't he? He arrives in a balloon and he gets out in a balloon. That many, all out of that little shed. Oh, I don't know, I'm no expert. So, here's Ernest Willows. That's a Cardiff balloonist, famous. Going up with his engine version of balloon, ripping along in the sky. Chug, 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 chug. Awesome. Digging some mud out in Paris. This is supposed to be for the Paris underground system. They had some colossal machinery and they could move a lot with these trucks in the 1930s. But look at the amount of mud. It's like 2 stories up. Just crazy. You'd think they'd have dug it out first instead of just piling it up, sticking a crane on it, and then fucking digging it out then. Unless that mud was there already. I don't know. It's weird. Weird. And knocking antiquity down in Paris. That's gone. Let's get rid of it. And look at how much of that is below ground level, guys. Doors there under the street. See, there's the street down there. They just don't want it anymore. It's too ugly. And this bridge as well in Paris, they took parts away and replaced it as well. You see there. That's what they're saying they're working on it. Over to the Citadel. 20,000 people, okay, taking part in these things in America, where they would make, this is a big cake, and 20,000 people standing around it. Why have they got a big bowl of macaroni cheese? It doesn't matter. Why 25,000 people want to stand around it? It doesn't matter. It's not important. What is important is showing you that you can make a cake or a bowl of macaroni cheese, whatever that fucking is, that big. Things have changed on the Brooklyn Bridge. So the road's underneath, is it, guys? Okay, well, there it is in 2023. And you've got a cycle path, footpath. I dig that. And back here in 1900, cycle path, footpath. I dig that. Although he looks a bit modern and he's got specs on. Anyway, railway lines down there, so the road is under there, is it? Because I've seen people going over the Brooklyn Bridge. Anyway, so there's the Empire State. There's the Empire State there. All the new buildings since. This railing here is new then, is it? Because it would be by there, isn't it? Because the railway line's down there. Looks, you can't see from this angle, but it looks the same. So yeah, Brooklyn Bridge is a bit of an anomaly. I think that is older. Old world. So here's Edison, with his bros and his new car. It goes 1,000 miles of endurance run, Bailey electronic, new Edison storage battery. So he's got an electric car and he goes 1,000 miles on one battery. Bit better than they got now, isn't it? Just saying, you. Oh, that drunk fucking bitch squirted fish shit in the hot tub. So that's what they're doing when they are basically back in work on a Monday in Disney Weird. Okay. Yep. It's full of row from home. Guess what? In 1928, there was 13 months. I shit you not. 13 months in 1928. All of them would be like February. A new month would come after June. Okay, so they were just suggesting it. If the international fixed calendar were adapted. So they were on about, whether or not they did, I don't know, of having an extra month somewhere squashed in here. The Sol, June, Sol, July. Extra month, 13 months. Why not? First words of Big Brother novel is, and the clock struck 13, because it's 13 hours. Here's a Zeppelin going through a cloud screen laid down by some biplanes. So there's some interesting pictures I've shared for you. I'm gonna come back for a second. I got some more. Sweet Jesus. 646 of you watching in total on my Liedtkes Tartarian channel and Liedtkes channel. Hi guys, good to see you. Happy Flaterday. Hope you enjoyed the show so far. Pretty mental about the maps. Let me know in comments what you think. Join in and hippie shake, sharing my things to support Liedtkes. Jamie Robbins, Jamie. I met him in San Diego in California. Jack of all trades, hit that like. Astro Being, thank you for your support. Alva Billy. So there you are. Herbie. Von Humboldt, good to see you. And there's Brian. Yeah, it was persistent chat, but all right, let me move on comments, these old ones. Okay. DCANC, love you too, Mandy. Good to see you. Chris, oh, excuse me. Mandy Russo, good to see you. Oh, thank you very much. And Christopher and Amy Boo. Hiya, Amy Boo. And Lady J. Homestead, good to see you as well. Thank you for popping by. Thank you for spending your Saturdays here with British and the guys. We have a nice little crowd going. Keep the vibration up. We don't do sucky people. And trolls, they're just like, I don't want to go in there. Oh, fucking hell. It's too bright for trolls and stuff to come here. It's just too bright. We dazzle them up with love. We love them, man. So 16 Alpha, good to see you. What's on your chain? A chunk of meteorite, apparently from the Namibian Stroom field. I got sent from America, and that is a gold sovereign, and that belonged to my partner who's been dead 5 years. But there was a really psychic happening concerning that, and because it was supernatural, which it was, I've held on to it because it's proof of the supernatural and love existing after death. Phoenix, yay, we come back. I had that epiphany, sat in a chair in Heathrow Airport, man. I just said the words to myself and I just got a goosebumps right the way through me, all my essence. I was like, we come back. We come back. And I had so much deja vu when I was in America. Cheryl, are you here? Are you home? She is in Texas. Mark Laren, good to see my brother. And Ambassador. Thoughts on why no windshields with all the mud? No, that's a good one. So that's why having long dresses in the mud as well makes no sense. Big up, Steen is shouting squirrel song hero, flat thumbs. Wiggly flat thumbs. Adam, yes, bro, what's going on? Good to see you, Adam Cook H, my bro. From in Lincoln. Heron song, Lurch. I can remember like Festa and fucking all the rest, Wednesday and Thing. That'd be handy, wouldn't it? Having a thing in a box, do stuff for you. Be really cool. You're so happy. Oh, that's good. This key. And Seeker of Truth. Okay. What is the name of the 13th month? Sol. S-O-L, Sol. Very Phoenician. Ian Biggs, good to see you. Stuart Townsend, good to see you. Fricebone, good to see you. Can't find Jamaica. Okay. Okay, let me just check my my stuff. Okay, it is coming up to 10 o'clock. I've been going for roughly 2 hours, which is what I intended, not 3 hours today. I just wanted to show you some Bible weirdness. Some of these images I've collected from old books in the week, which show you like reset and stuff. So let me just. Is Brian Stavely? Just come up with my ting. Okay. So what do you think of the show so far? Rubbish. Who said that? Get to the back. Okay. So Bible weirdness. Okay, this image I love. I may have seen this before, but it's a guy. He's just come back with his fasces. He's like, check it out. I fucked their day right up. What did you use? This beauty here, and everyone's like hitting the floor. And everyone outside is super duper unwell. Everything's just dropping dead. So is the effects of fasces. I bet it's noisy as well. So let's have a look what's going on here. I dug this out of an old engravings book. So it looks to me there's like all these are cripples. And there seems to be a lot of cripples. This guy's going round in a basket. He's a basket case. This guy, that's a good idea, that is. They hadn't got the skateboard at that time, which would also be good. So why so many people crippled? Didn't they have a eugenics program going on back then? Anyway, you want a keeper? That's what they do now. No, they do. So after reset, what you're going to do is dead bodies everywhere, skeletons littering the place. So you're going to put them all in a pile, stick them in the catacombs, just like that. Wheelbarrows full of dead-o. Okay, this is interesting. I got out of a thumb book from 1600s. It's got all the Phoenician locking mechanism and all of the weirdness going on. But this image is a Bible image, but it literally shows this, I don't know the narrative, but this forted place with a high wall. And they seem to have put a big, massive, or either they're digging it away or they're putting it there, a massive pile of mud. So what are they doing? They're taking her away in baskets, or are they piling her on to get over the wall? Because that would be a good way of getting over a wall. It's putting a hill in front of it. Just saying. No flood in the Bible. You'll see the Cherubinowski's laying down that wind, showing us like an exterior cause. I don't think any weather's natural, just like in the Truman Show. Switch that sun on today. So what is the geometry here going on? I'm not actually sure about, but it's connected with Noah's flood. Also this to do with world population. This is King David. And he says 800,000, 288,000, 500,000, and 100,000. There's 1,688,000 people on Earth at that stage. How does he know? I don't know. That's what it says. And there's King David. David there, getting offered food. He's in bed. He's in an antiquity tent, protecting him from EM. There's no windows in there. Is that a cable outside or something? There's a bird there. It's the watcher. Just come to see him take his last breath. Usually it's a cat. So yeah, let's build ourselves a temple for Solomon in the middle of nowhere. We got a plan. In fact, it looks like a computer circuit board. Yeah, don't worry, we'll plan it out. We'll build it. Be like a modern futuristic thing, and then we'll tell them it's like the ancient world. But it looks like modern day. Shut the fuck up. Look at this though, guys. What goes on in this tower block in Solomon's temple is one place for the giant angels. The Temple of Lycia. It's got giant angels. We'll see these giant angels again. Here they are. And it's in there. So I think they're alive. And then you're little. And there's the Ark of the Covenant and a load of boss angels. It's convenient how their wings, the bottom wings, they must have two sets of wings, cover their non-genitalia because they're angels. I wonder why you put your arms together like that. Right? They don't need to pray. They're angels. They're going to pray to themselves. Makes no sense. So there it is. There's a giant complex. Solomon's Temple. It's all going to be built below ground level because you would, because of atomic blasts or whatever. You've got spiral staircase, which I feel is some tech. Fully Phoenician, because it would be, because it's ancient Bible. Solomon. Look at this. Homage to the magic mushroom. Liberty caps. Flaterday. In fact, I think everything on that wood you could get fucked up on. So these are opium poppies, probably. They look like poppies, don't they? As well. They're all over antiquity. It's all about mushrooms and drugs in antiquity. I'll show you that. So you're there. They got loads of wings, these angels. Look at the size of them, though. They're massive. It's got loads of wings, man. I bet he goes quick. And where do they fly to? I tell you where. Club Tropicana, where the drinks are free. Fun and sunshine, isn't it, for everyone? Mark my words, guys. There's fucking thousands of miles of boiled hot coastline, and they're there. We want to go and fucking take it. We invade it. That's ours. We make them grow pot. Oh, that's not cruel. I think that's good. Okay. So, yeah, Angel's amazing. So, more religious domes. So, we got the Phoenician gardens going up. And what look like modern sorts of buildings that we see in modern day. So this is in America's from an old book I've shown before. And in America, from this German woodcut, engraving, everyone's worshipping these. Now, are they real? Are they effigies? Everyone's hanging shit on it. It looks real to me. This one's actually doing stuff, and this one is dog head. So yeah, everyone's coming past, checking them out. It's like, did they exist? And the women are all blonde as well, guys. Why are they? And they're all white. Everyone's white. Everyone's big. They're not. There's no Native Americans in the Floridian books of around this time. You know, this is supposed to be Christopher Columbus. He's supposed to have, you know, had happenings, mermaids, mermen, all of that. It's just bullshit. The Phoenicians were in America. In America, things are on the move. I think like the whole Asia. I think these things happen quick. In the cataclysm, things just move quick. So everyone in the water, all Phoenicians together, everyone's bollock naked in the past. No clovage. Is it because it's cold? Not. No cold, no snow. Nobody's doing snow in your world, guys. Okay. And alphabets of the world, and this one, it comes from Lied van der Haar. I've shown them before, and I think there's one common ancestor with, you know, all of the languages. You see, you know, this is Egyptian mummy here. Alpha and Omega, and this is like a Jesus dude. And you'll find similarities with the Abrahamic language. If you keep an eye on the Gamel and the Beth, they are repeated Aleph in all languages. It seems to have a similar, again, Abrahamic Enoch language. Really weird, that one. And, excuse me, the bottom one is the Hebrew. Strange designation letters, don't they? Aren't they? So Solomon's alphabet, again, the Gemel and the Beth, similar to what you've just seen with the Abrahamic, is definitely a common source with all of these languages, and it's phonetics. It's Phoenician. And Coptic. And these ones are icons with words to explain them. Stereographic, what you get with hieroglyphics, but hieroglyphics are bullshit because you can read them with the Welsh language, which is Hebrew. Amish, and check this one out, Chinese. That looks a little bit like the Chinese language. This shit looks nothing like that does. All of this. So what's that? Menorah, fish. Yeah, they just draw a picture of what it is. That makes more sense, actually, doesn't it? So I wrote all these down a few years ago and I started memorizing them, learning them so I could pick them up later. Okay. Sumerian, again with a Beth Gimel. That's weird. They look like circuitry. Sumerian. Okay. Jesus with the Sumerians. And Syrian, again, you see a bit of the architecture smashed the whole world there. He's crying. They lost the world. And this one is the Phoenician alphabet. N, B, 1. As some of these you can, the B and the B, guys, this is H, N, D's, M's, R's. It's the English you see today. Well, we're speaking phonetics, aren't we? So that'd be one. Excuse me. And the bottom one is Egyptian, which is nothing to do with hieroglyphics whatsoever. And there's Hebrew again, look. Jod, tet, het. Simple words. And there's the Coptic again. Little scarab beetle, Hamels, Horus, Isis, interesting. And there's Egyptian hieroglyphics, which are just words and not pictures of, we can see the ankh, erect penis, ankh, and triangles, a lot of what you see with Egyptians. But yeah, they had a thing about phallics, didn't they? Egyptians definitely had a ting about that. Okay, there's the Phoenician. Interesting. And Syrian close up, which looks nothing like you'd see in the modern day. It looks a bit like Malaysia in the bottom one. And Chaldean looks very similar to the others as well, based on the same alphabet. Apparently there was a lot more letters in the Tartarian alphabet. I hear they had something like 60 odd, something like that, letters, as opposed to our proxy 26. So that's the Armenian. So languages of the world. We learn something new every day, don't we, guys? We learn together. That's what we do. 600 of you watching. Thanks for being here on a flat day. Let's have a drink. Oi, Travis Walker. Oi, Timothy. Oi, Ovidas. And Trippy. How so many English letters? Exactly, Dean. That's what I mean. And you get German, French, Russian phonetics. It's all based on the same. They say, like the Etruscans are like, before Rome, weren't they? Because apparently Romulus and Remus founded Rome when they were Etruscan. But the Etruscan language, some people say, is Slavic. So I can't prove that. Alpha Beta Charge. Hiya, son. Good to see you. Thanks for that. That's my son, Lawrence Leaker, Welsh Dragon Metals. He's got a YouTube channel. He likes computer games and stuff. Lots to. London McLovin is in the house. Thanks for popping by, my bro. It's good to see you. 73 Just P. Is that you, Just JP? Yeah, probably is. Gareth's in Yosh. Yes, bro. And Brian and Liddy and Squirrel and Jamie Baker and Liddy and Ian, Etruscan, Welsh. Yeah, this is what the suggestion has been. I've seen in the realm. I won't say that because I have no evidence that's true outside of the work of Wilson and Blackett, which might be true. So Ryan Johnson, I got a taffy here, London in the house. Good to see you, Ryan, back. Up in London, the London Welsh. Keeping it strong, smoking that bomb. Good to see you, Jan. Good to see you, UK Surfer and Little Tangy and Chris. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Make sure to give this a like if you did. You and Trump both get great likes. This is literally a similar moment in YouTube. Yeah, there's no one does a flat day show. Don't think so. Anyway, not like we do. Thanks, Bob Side. Sorry, you just made me do that. I want to fucking kick. I want to flying kick. I can do flick backs across the room. Just feel that. Okay, London McLovin, good to see you. Night then. Thanks everybody. Thanks Phoenix. Love Phoenix. I heard it was 25 in Arizona. It's nice. Like 70, 78 degrees. Winter was a shit invention. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking. It's rubbish. It always goes all snotty, it's cold, damp. And you ever see the sun in Britain? We don't know, no. We do. That's what British are famous for. We're good at queuing. Queuing for Americans, that means standing in line. We spend probably, if you live 70 years, maybe 50 years of your life standing in line. And the rest of the time complaining about the weather. A lot of people in the collective, they like to complain about illness. Oh yeah, I'm expecting to go in. Got a thing, you know. What do you mean? You know. What, you got a thing down below? Yeah, I got a cystitis. Cystitis? Do you really need to go to hospital for it? Yeah, burns. Oh, fucking hell. So you got all that to deal with. It's probably more details than you want to know, but that's where the collective mindset is at. Yeah. Boring. Lights, good to see you. Winter is literally the only thing about living in. Listen, bro, you don't. Britain is just. Why did anyone live here? Britain might be a boat as well. I know it's on a big chunk of granite, but we're at anchor, maybe scuttled. Set sail for the Caribbean. Yeah, just intend it, guys. Intend for Britain to go closer to America. Get it over there. Wake up in the morning, like mid-Atlantic, near the Azores. Yeah, but we won't pop in there because they got like all rules and stuff. Straight to America. Okay. Let it be. Liddy, good to see you. Magic Nova. I've got vivid imagination, haven't I? And Martin, Yuletide blessings. I don't really be doing any of that. I had a Christmas card off Richard next door, which is weird because he's like Indian. But they do it, so that's good. So I had my first Christmas card. I'm supposed to be in a family Christmas party, but I couldn't make it because I was doing Flaterday and other stuff. Just couldn't go. Life would not permit. So I didn't. So I'm doing this. Come and spend a couple of hours with my friends in the Flat Earth British community, bring the love and make an effort. Is that good? Good. Okay. For a British, innit? Wiggly inventor of the wiggly flat fucking thumb. Yeah? Anybody does a wiggly flat thumb in the world, yeah, that's mine. Nobody did it before. It's okay. Let the wiggly flat thumb be the new loving thing for everybody. The whole world would just go out in their doors and it'd be like, no good morning, it'd be good risings, wiggly flat thumb one another. That's not prerequisite for life, but it would be nice. What is your plant? It's thriving. That one over there is, I don't even know, it's like a green plant. I don't know. I think it's like probably I don't know. Fucking hell. Lawrence might know. What's my plant called? Is there any other plant? I don't know. That's 432. So what's that? What's that squiggle? I have a 3 foot flat firm. Yeah, you have. I literally got a picture of it. Bit classical music. How's that immortality? Oh, he's talking to errands, is it? Yeah, don't be pissed. It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, isn't it? So wise words, Martin, wise words. I've been around a long time. 56 years in this weird ass fucking realm. And I've been around, I was looking at the world map, obviously earlier today. Surprised how much of it I've actually been on this place. And, dirty underplants. No. Don't wear any. Oh, excuse me. Still have South Colorado house, 2 trailers. Commercial as well, greenhouses, nobody there. Dean, can I borrow your place in the spring? I love Colorado.
Plus the pot is legal, so it's a bright side. It's probably a good seller. It's terrible in the winter. I love Colorado. Yeah, I definitely consider that. Definitely. And I've looked at that land on Google as well. I looked at it. I know exactly what kind of land it's looking at. And I know it's all right. Just do stuff, can't you? Just grow stuff. Little bunny food, and it's high up, isn't it? Denver's Mile City. So another live in a few hours then. No, Paul, fucking hell no. It's getting late here in Britain, man. It's like 10:20. That's me 2.5 hours. So absolutely yes. Let's get 559 witnesses to that. No pressure. Oh, thanks, Dean. I did send you an email, I think. I did. Don't know, I get so lost. If you are waiting for emails and you've sent me like emails and I haven't got back, it's like, where's Martin? It's because I get so many. I can't do that all day because make you nutty, especially when people tell you stories and stuff about stuff that's strange. Because I know it's stuff in the, you know, this sort of field. People like to tell you like supernatural stuff, spooky stories, bad happenings sometimes, things like that. So thank you everybody for coming. Barbara's in Colorado. Winters are awesome. Well, that's all right then. It's not too cold. Mile high. How's the kid, Martin? I haven't got a kid. He's 30 something years of age. Lawrence is in the chat there. So exactly a kid. A big fucking 6'2" bloke. So yeah, Cheryl bought me sleepy patches, and they're made of like catnip and melatonin as well. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think so. Anyway, stick them on and make you go to sleep. So I'm going to try one of them tonight because it's been my brain's been hyped out with trying to sleep, thinking fucking stuff. YouTube. Okay, thanks everybody for coming. There's my son's channel, Welsh Dragon Metals. That she's if you shake it, she's kindly linking up. Self, good to see you. There he is there. My kid. Who's not such a kid. Alvidas, good to see everybody. Thanks everybody for coming. Really flat films. I got fuck off with the cat along. Some nice drinks. Thanks some more to Larrod. Barbara. There you are. Thanks. Okay, Jamie. I know I gotta go. Okay, thanks for this week. All of you. Make sure to catch up on all things Flathead British. Make sure to get in my community post for any like quizzes or votes or whatever. I got stuff going on in there. Keep an eye out for my new website that'll be coming out very soon, which is going to be a really good resource for everybody. Yeah, I think that's it. And last weekend we had the roundtable meet. That was fantastic. And we're going to do more of them in the future. We need a bit of better weather, okay? Because the weather sucked. Yeah, so good weather down there. We smash it. It's a really good venue. So I'm going to say, Steve, don't get me banned from this one. You got me banned from the E25 club. I can't have that anymore. I've got 300 fucking people in there, and I'm having complaints. So don't get me banned from everywhere. I won't have anywhere for meets anymore. I've got to try and act normal or whatever normal is. Anyway, just saying. So thank you, Julie. Okay. Yeah, we hired him to make your party weird. Delight. Okay, like my thing and everything. Like my video if you did. Thank you for everybody. Thank you, Misty World. Oh, Nora. I have to come convene with the Irish bros and sisters. Yeah. Love you over in Ireland. The gar. Everything good. Never Rhode Island. Rumtinium, thank you, great show. Steve is there as well, Steve Rogers. Hit the likes, folks. Yeah, do that. Mel, thank you for that. Okay, peace and love. Be good. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I'll be back very soon in the week. Okay, hope you enjoyed the show. Happy Flaterday.